Okay, we want to construct the graph of f of x equals e to the x, and we're going to do that by plotting some points and seeing if we can find a pattern. So let's make a chart of x values and their corresponding f of x values. So, just to be on the safe side, we're going to start with 0. And we know that if we take e and raise it to the 0 power, or any non-zero number and raise it to the 0 power, we always get 1. If we plug in 1, we get e to the 1, which is e. If we plug in 2, we get e squared, 3, e cubed, and so on. Now, we might also want to explore what happens if we plug in negative x values. So let's go to negative 3. If we plug in negative 3, what does that mean? That means e to the negative third power, or 1 over e cubed. Now, that number is small, or close to 0, but it is not negative. It is a positive number. We plug in negative 2, we get e to the negative 2, or 1 over e squared. Negative 1, we get e to the negative 1 over e. And we could actually plug in larger and larger negative numbers, and we would see that we would get smaller and smaller positive numbers. Alright, let's take all this information and go over to the graph and plot those points. So I went ahead and plotted the points already. So A represents when x is negative 3, f of x was 1 over e cubed. B represents when x is negative 2, f of x is 1 over e squared. C represents when x is negative 1, f of x is 1 over e. D represents when x is 0, f of x is 1. E represents when x is 1, f of 1 is e. And F represents when x is 2, f of x is e squared. Okay, we have a plethora of points, or smattering of points, that live on my graph. Let's go ahead and connect those dots. And that's what the graph of e to the x should look like.